Good evening, everybody. And oh, we have people joining. Hang on, let me mute my own channel, otherwise we get feedback. Good evening, everybody. If you've just come over from Amy's stream, good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening to everybody. If you've just seen the demo, Resident Evil 3 demo, we're going to be going back to the subway. And welcome to the pack, Kims and Mr. Moore Gaming. Hi, Noriko. Now then, we'll take Kevin. We'll take Jim. There is a reason for taking Jim, actually. Actually, we won't take Jim. We'll take Yoko, because there is a reason. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so this scenario takes place completely in South Raccoon Street Station. Start. So it's on the same system as the subway that is in the remake, Resident Evil 3 remake. It's just a different station. However, yeah, because Yoko will stick by me. Let's grab that one. I am playing on easy, just because I want to show things. We're gonna go down. Okay, so like I say, this is South Raccoon Street. Hi George, you bet you've got the key, haven't you? You bastard!
Kevin! Hi. Thank you.
Okay, so that's both platforms of South Raccoon Street. However, what did you hear Mikhail say Carlos was gonna do? Or what was he sent to do? Don't worry about the zombies. The worst they can do is fall down at the moment. So you can get to both platforms, but this is still South Raccoon Street. Now we actually have to come back to this area, but there's also and thank you very much for the host, Amy. Do appreciate it. Always appreciate it. Yep, we go. Right, let's keep let's try and keep everyone alive. Now there is a cutscene a little bit later on, and I will point it out. Anything to look out over here. That's just the exit to South Raccoon Street. And I'm going to do this as quick as I can, just to show everybody. Now, one of the characters, and this is why I got excited in the watching the demo, the Resident Evil 3 remake, is because one of the subway operatives is called Jim, and you look, this is just the internal control tower. But it's probably what we saw mimicked in the RE3 demo. And just to prove it is the same subway, Kite Brothers. Now, it's 8 stations and stretches 8.5 miles. Right. We did call it. We certainly did. Now we have to go in here because desk. If you ever play this level, if you ever get Outbreak File 2, do not try and guess the combination, because there's that combination, there's something like 20 or 30 combinations, so it really is just easier to go and get the diary. Oh, and there is something else just before we leave, just before I end the stream. That something on. Anybody remember the on what am I trying to say? Remake 2. There was a certain police officer that's part of one of the puzzles, and she's actually a character in File 2. In File 2. Got left 1. Okay. Yep. Playing in single person. That's why why Yoko and George are following me. So, what we've got to do? Yeah. Pump out the water. Now, if you've seen Amy's video, which I highly recommend, she's got a theory on that, on what you just seen. I kind of agree with it. Go and get the electricity back on. I am moving. Now, I personally think, and I've said this for a while, I personally think we can have a re-release of these games, of the Outbreak games. Not a remake as such, just a re-release. Because now online gaming is a lot more stable and a lot more popular. Capcom would be fools not to do it. Now, my other reasoning, as well is there's just too many hints that have been dropped throughout the two remakes. Yeah, I'm 98% convinced. The first thing that made me think, and there is a theory, another theory I've got. In Resident Evil 2 Remake, I spotted, and I wasn't the only one, I will admit, I spotted Mikhail's Russian something or other in Resident Evil 2 in Leon's scenario. And as soon as I saw that, I thought, that really is a hint towards Resident Evil 3. In the Resident Evil 3 demo, we've seen Jim's crabs. Now, the only Jim is the subway employee in this game. And the fact that we're also in the subway in Resident Evil 3 Remake, I'm more than convinced that we're going to get a re-release. Yeah, we should get the megabyte, sorry.
Hey, you!
Yeah. Right. Mine. Oh, good, I did unlock it. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, shite. And it's going to poison me as well, so... This train. This train. Oh, it looks like I've been saved by the... Saved by the cutscene. Poisoned. Okay. Now, that train, you've just seen it crash. Could it be now? Could it be now that that train we've just seen crash? Don't you dare. That train we've just seen crash. Could it be that that's the train that Jill, Carlos and Mikhail are on? Thank you, Yoko. I'm betting it is as well. And I'll be kind of annoyed. I'll be kind of annoyed if it isn't. And I think I know somebody else who would be slightly annoyed if it isn't. Now then, got a question for everybody. There are two endings to this scenario. Would people like to see ending A or ending B? Yeah, it wouldn't invalidate your video at all. A. So that's one vote for A.
Heaven! Well, what is
We've got one vote for A so far. I don't want like matches. Oh, of course. I'm not going to be going anywhere until I separate the train. Ah, crap.
Hey.
go?
Yeah, I'm going. Right. Okie dokie. See this? Same style. Definitely the same subway. It's the same style of carriages. Oh, crap. Please, Kevin, make sure you aim at the gigabyte. Thank you, Yoko. We have. We have, but the connection on the to the server was so bad that I kept dying. Hey, Juliana.
Ladies and gentlemen, the train will be departing shortly. Passengers awaiting the next train should stand behind the yellow line. Repeat.
Yeah, we did. Go.
We made it out of that hive. That's where our luck ran out. Just ahead, a train was blocking our path and we had to pull back. But I'll tell you what, this crap is getting old real quick.
A train was blocking our path just ahead. I wonder whose train that could possibly be. Oh. I'll run that a couple more times, Underbelly a couple more times, but
Yes! Yeah!
there's something I want to point out just in desperate times. I'm not going to play it.
Take a look at this. It's a map of this place back when it was an art museum. There should be a ventilation tunnel underground.
And that'll get us out of here?
It should, but it's so narrow you might be the only one who can fit through.
So I'll get help and come back, right? Looks like it's a race against time.
Now that we've lost communications, there's nothing else we can do. All right, everyone. We've got to hurry up and find a way into that tunnel. It's going to be our way out of here.
Marvin! Like I said, I'm not going to play this scenario unless people want me to. But if you remember in RE2 Remake, there was a young lady that was mentioned as one of the puzzles. Rita. That is Rita. So, got Rita, Jim, the whole of the subway system. Elephant Restaurant is also in the RE3 remake. The only person that's not mentioned in the remake is Kevin, actually, in either of the remakes. But that's this is why I'm starting to become more and more convinced that we're going to get a re-release of the Outbreak series. If Alyssa is mentioned in RE3, that will just bump my suspicion up even more. So I'll run Underbelly again. Who shall I run it with? We'll run it with Jim.
Yeah.
Jim and Alyssa.
Yes.
Okay. Just for full disclosure, Jim is my least favourite character in the whole series. But he does have an advantage here in that because he's an employee of the subway, he has the key straight to the tower. Which means that you can do this a little bit quicker. There's also something else as well. You have to go onto the east side for this. And the other reason I'm doing this is because it's only Jim that sees this guy. I've gone into the women's. I don't think he's in the women's. He might be in the women's. Not. Okay, this gentleman here, this is Ricky. Which, Amy, you think you might be interested in. Just saying. That's a good question. I wouldn't mind playing some more PUBG, but I don't know. I have to see. Right. Sorry, love. There was nothing I could do for you there. You can't actually save that in PC. Diet. But no one to blame but myself for that. Let's get rid of his lucky coin. Right. That locker I've just opened is Jim's locker. He's the only person that can open it. And Alyssa still hasn't picked anything up. Unlike Alyssa. Okay. It's the same again. Now the other thing with Jim, and I just thought, I wonder. One of Jim's abilities is he can crawl through these ducts. If we can crawl through the... No. No, come on, you're thinking too far into it. Okay, run. Not going to reload at this point, because reloading in this game, you actually have to reload every round individually, unless you've got a specific magazine. Hi Alyssa. Bye Alyssa. Ben's friend. Or Ben's colleague, actually. Stupid fool. I didn't turn on the electricity. That's fine. It's not like I'm trying to speed run this. The other advantage of playing Jim on this level is where I had to go into the tower room with all the flashing lights and everything, and pick up the document that told me about the connectors. These things. Jim already knows that because he's an employee of the subway. The two, if you're ever going to speed run this level, this scenario, the two people you want to do it with are Jim and David. The reason you want to do it with David is because you don't have to pick up the repair tape. With David, you can actually, as soon as you turn the water off, you can patch up the hole and turn the water back on, which saves a lot of time. But we're not talking about speedrunning this game. We're looking at the similarities and comparisons between what you see in the RE3 remake and what you see in Underbelly.
What if... Jim!
Stay down. Good thing is in Outbreak you're not punished for using first aid sprays. You can use as many as you like. Provided you can find them, of course. Who was the other person I chose? Was it George? I can't remember who else I chose. And here comes the Megabyte again. Now again, I'll reference back to Amy's video, but we both reckon that that is also a puzzle that you're going to have to solve in the remake. Because it's the only way to disconnect them. Go away, please. Do you know what? I'm going to have to look at it again. But I think you might be right. Oh, I know who you mean. Oh, damn. Go.
Good night.
That's not Jim dying, that's how to get rid of him. That's how to get rid of a flea. Ah, God damn it, what is that researcher's name? Greg. That researcher's name is Greg. I love the fact that duct tape can hold back several thousand pounds of pressure of water. Game logic. Yep. Greg gonna die by Nikolai. Amy, do you want to link that video into the chat? I mean, I'm sure people have seen it, but just in case. And I will be playing the remake demo once it hits midnight here, or whenever it's going to be released.
Hey! Thanks a lot.
And again, if you ever play the Outbreak series, if you take, even if it's a key item, take a key item off of another character, an NPC, in either file 1 or file 2, always say thank you, because they will remember. They won't refuse, the NPCs won't refuse to give you key items, but if you ask for a herb or something, they might deny it. That's cool. Tilu, The Last of Us is a very good game.
Jim!
Hello.
Over here.
Okay, so it's going Rhodes Hill one way.
What should I do?
So there's the link to Amy's video, which goes into a bit more depth about the link between Underbelly and Resident Evil 3 remake. There are some very, very good theories on there, but we're gonna have to wait a couple of weeks. Well, I say we're gonna have to wait a couple of weeks. I'm 99% convinced that everything in that video is correct. Swap to the assault rifle. Suppose we'd better go and save David. Ah, crap.
What are you, stupid?
No, Alyssa, I'm not stupid. Sorry, everybody, I have a habit of answering NPCs. Talking to NPCs. Get up, Jim. David can deal with that.
What are you, stupid?
Get up, Jim. Get up, Jim. Run. Now, does anybody want to see any of the other characters run this? It's pretty much the same. The only difference is the ending.
Ladies and gentlemen, the train will be departing shortly. Passengers awaiting the next train should stand behind the yellow line. Repeat, the train will be departing shortly. Passengers awaiting the next train should stand behind the yellow line. Repeat, the train will be departing shortly.
There's nothing I can do now. Just have to wait. There we go.
I'm the only one around here that knows anything about the subway. They think we can get out of town this way? Shit. The subway don't go nowhere but down.
Anybody want to see any other characters run through that, or any of the other scenario? In fact, there was something. Let's go for Mark.
Yes.
There was something I spotted in the remake that relates to File 2. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip that. Now, in the little supermarket,
To the citizens of Raccoon City.
I'll let Cindy finish. In the remake, in the supermarket that you go into, I'll do Desperate Times. Play Desperate Times with Kevin. There's a nice little Easter egg in Kevin's ending scenario. It's not real though. So in the supermarket in the RE3 demo, they mention the elephant restaurant. This is the elephant restaurant. And also, ironically, I'll quit out of that because it'll be easier. Yep. I'll go into the collection for this. Bought it? I think I bought it. Do people recognise that tram?
It wasn't a bad part of town, really. Even a good-for-nothing son of a bitch like me might be able to get a few jollies there. I shouldn't have allowed myself to think like that.
Now skip through that. Okay. No. So yeah.
Outbreak. File 2.
If you look on the map of Raccoon City as well, the zoo.
Yes!
Zoo is literally just down the street. Oh sugar. Let's start that again because I want to play it on easy. Zoo is quite literally just down the street from the clock tower.
Outbreak. File 2.
Yes!
Okay.
Easy. I've already seen that scene, so I'll skip that. Yeah. Yes, I'll take the unicorn medal. Right. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? This will be the last scenario I play tonight.
Hey, you!
Kevin! Hey! Hey, you!
Thanks.
Yes.
I won't die, or I'll try not to die. 0764. Yep, okay. I do like this game as well. It's just a shame that wasn't that big of a hit. Crap. Fuck you, Irons. That yellow stuff is nerve gas. And Irons introduced it to stop. Irons introduced it to stop the spread of zombies. Which is why I say fuck you, Irons. I'm over here. Don't bother shooting the crows out here. They just respawn.
Are you crazy?
Nope.
Hey, you! Please come this way!
Okay. Can't open the crate, but you do need to push it through. How's like it's fine. Yoko's got the emerald. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Go down the stairs.
Hey, you!
Kevin. Right. Hey.
Thank you.
Yes.
Now, as I say, key items like these plates, the NPCs will never refuse to give you. But if you request something like a healing potion and you don't get, or first aid spray, and they don't like you, you may not get it from them. Too easy? Now obviously this is set... Get down, Kevin. Obviously this scenario is set before Resident Evil 2. Set before Resident Evil 3 as well, actually. Which begs the question, who cleared up after this lot left? I've just played it. It's one of those things. I've played it enough times that I know what I'm doing. Oh, good. She did pick it up. Right. Yeah. Let's go and get the Plus, I play it on easy as well, so not particularly hard. Power of 45 ACP, people. Right, stay away from the window, because that zombie will pull you out.
What should I do?
As I found out to my cost several times.
Hey, you!
Don't give the NPCs high-powered weapons, not until the end. Right. Stay away from the window. Right. That is the only way to do an instant reload. Crap, 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 run. Oh, yes, I'm playing as Kevin. Ah ha ha ha! Just remembered.
Caution. Warning.
Get out of there, Kevin. Get out of there, Kevin! Jeez. I'm gonna grab that because sometimes there's a bug. And this, yeah. Because it shouldn't be 2 rooms filled at once. Shouldn't be 2 rooms filled with that nerve gas at once. It's a known bug that they never fixed. Before anybody asks, no, you can't get in there. Yet somehow it's miraculously fixed for Resident Evil 2. Cindy, you don't have a gun. Oh, I'm going to steal that off of you.
Hey,
That off of you, so that you got a gun. Because I'm nice like that. No dogs, no Ada.
somebody help me.
Oh, hello, Ben. Ben's gonna get it. Ben's gonna get it. Always go this way once you've got the sapphire plate. That way you won't have to deal with nerve gas. Fuck you, Irons.
It'll take at least an hour to get through a space this narrow. Use this to keep in touch with me. It doesn't have much range, but the signal should get through if I'm close by.
Marvin!
Leave it to me. I promise I'll be back with help.
Marvin! Marvin!
Hey, you made it!
Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm headed your way now. I'll pull the truck up to the front gate so get everyone together there.
Really?
We'll be able to keep that position long, so hurry up, okay? I'll contact you again later.
Alright, be careful.
Well, with easy, you only have to kill 10 zombies. For anybody who doesn't know, you're about to see how Marvin gets wounded.
Don't give up.
Or Marvin.
Listen up, everyone. Help's on the way. Get to the front lobby.
Everybody chooses their own path in a game, though. Just never ever stand. Never ever stand where you start, because guaranteed one of the NPCs will blow up the gas can beside you and end up more or less killing you. Jeez, that was a turbo! Like that.
Somebody help me. Hey you! Please come this way.
And we swap over. There we go.
Come on.
Hurry!
Come on, get in. Is this everyone? What about Marvin? Ah!
Move! Go, go, go!
Marvin!
Don't worry about me. Just get going.
No way! I'm not leaving you behind!
Whoa! Oh my God!
Marvin!
You don't need to worry about him, Rita. He was born to be a cop. It'll take a lot more than that to stop a tough guy like him. Hell, we haven't even finished training the new recruits yet.
Recruit. Singular.
Right, Marvin?
I'm not dead yet.
Marvin. Marvin dies a hero. That police car that you saw driving past the van on the end cutscene, it's supposed to be an Easter egg of Claire and Leon, except it's not. It's way too early in the series lore for that to be Claire and Leon. And somebody has actually zoomed in on that and picked it apart and things like that. And it's actually Alyssa and I think it's either George or David in the car itself. But it's a nod towards Claire and Leon, but it isn't Claire and Leon. Like I said, it's far too early in the timeline for those two. Anyway, I've waffled on enough, and I've seen what difficulty do you play it on? Because the difficulty will depend on how many zombies you have to kill, and it's between 10 on easy and 30 on very hard. If it's 5 minutes, then I'm guessing you're playing on very hard.
Resident Evil.
If there are planks scattered about, I don't know if you found them, but there are planks scattered about the station. If you put them on, oh no, hang on, that doesn't work. No, you still got to fight off anywhere between 10 and 30 zombies. So you need as much ammo as you can get hold of. If you can raise the gate in the underground car park, you'll find some quite high grade weapons in there usually. But that's a pain in the arse itself. Usually best only done on multiplayer if you can do it. So, but anyway, that is me done for the evening. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much for the follows, subscriptions, whatever it is on Twitch. Appreciate them all. Thank you, everybody. And I'm not sure when I'm going to be back next time, but next time I play Outbreak, it will be a full Alyssa run through. So keep your eye out for that. In the meantime, thank you very much for joining me, and I shall see you next time. Bye for now.